And this is another point too. There are actually two trials in this case.
If that's the case, how are you qualified to make a judgment?
Well, this is the thing. There are two trials in this case. The first trial, there was a substantial number of jurors, and we don't know how many they were, that actually found Cardinal Pell innocent.
This is completely relevant. You're coming on national television saying that there's been a miscarriage of justice, that the court, the jury, got it wrong, and you have not heard the evidence that they heard.
If this fails on appeal, will you come back on our show and denounce George Pell as a convicted pedophile?
Craig, he has been found guilty, yes. And I think there'd be barely a criminal alive who hasn't tried to go through the appeals system and get their conviction quashed. So I'm not sure how you can say that just because he said I didn't do it, that somehow absolves him of all guilt. He has been convicted.
Craig, please answer the question. How do you think your comments tonight on our show and on your Facebook post affect victims of child sexual abuse?
You're out here defending a convicted pedophile. We have two prime ministers who are defending a convicted pedophile.
That despite a jury finding him guilty, you're still defending him, Craig. So like it or not, you're defending on national TV, you are defending a convicted pedophile.
Every one of those people attacking you were wrong and you were right. And Peter Hellier, who said that if Pell lost his appeal, you should now go back on the show and call him a pedophile. Peter Hellier, have you gone back on the show and declared George Pell innocent and yourself a fool? Anyway, you take it away, Craig. What's your response?
Well, Andrew, look, the reason I made the comments I did at the time, that I was very concerned about the power of our ABC. They were clearly running a witch hunt against Cardinal Pell. And I'm not a Catholic, and I've got no great love for the Catholic Church. In fact, I think the Catholic Church has got a lot of things to be accountable for. But what I could see was happening in my country was a witch hunt that subconsciously affected those jurors' minds when they got into that courtroom, and it made it that Cardinal Pell could not get a fair trial. And that's the comments that I was making, that my concern about how powerful our media is today, with the social media content that we also have, that a witch hunt can take place, that it makes it impossible for a person to get a fair trial. And that's what was important. Before anyone made their mind up about Pell's innocent or guilt in the public, they should wait until the full processes of appeal should go ahead. And for that, Andrew, I was absolutely vilified through Post and Pillar. I knew it would cost me some hits. I have to take a few bullets over it. So I just thought it was such an important principle of law that we have, that we'd rather one guilty person or 10 to 1, that 10 to 1 ratio,
black rather than one innocent man be killed.
Now, the contrary is in totalitarian societies, where they would rather 10 innocent people go to jail than one guilty person got to go off. Now,
well, listen, if people doubt that there was a witch hunt, you just saw one, and that is the media. Every one of the people there attacking you should be ashamed of themselves and reflect that their inability to listen to someone say, look, the guy might not have got a fair trial, which he didn't, clearly didn't, and that he might be innocent, which he was, on the evidence. Even if some jury thought one way, the evidence was clear, he did not commit the crime. And for them not to even want to hear it and to say, listen, we can't have a discussion about this because victims might be upset. That's exactly the mentality. When you can't have a discussion on the facts because some people might get upset, that is when real injustices take place, and when reason flies out the door and the mob takes over. And I think every one of those journalists, and so many more that we could devote this program to, should look into their souls and think, I failed, and I shall do better next time. But mate, you're not going to get an apology, are you?
I don't think I should be waiting by the phone, Andrew. I think that would be a bit of a waste of time somehow.